All right, guys, I'm Gray with Silverfield. I was going to show y'all something because you're probably going to run into this. We're in Arkansas, so this looks to be like a spring right here. Now, we haven't had rain in probably a week out here, but notice how there's no erosion. There's not really any water out here. It's dusty dry out here, and then you have this random section right here of water. So it could mean you got a water leak. You know, that's probably the first thing you want to check for. In this case, we're on about 3 or 5 acres right here, so I don't even know of any water lines out here yet. I think they're all on the perimeter running to the other houses. But here's one way you can check. You can jump in there and you can kind of see that water flowing right there, and then you just want to follow it up to the highest point, and then you see that water's coming from right there. And these are going to be really, really small things because you don't get a lot of current on most springs. So you can see that. So that's where we think the top of this spring is and what's fueling this. And you know, it could be coming from up here and then getting the ground just kind of damp right there, and then right there, it's when it hits 100% saturation. But yeah, I've seen 2 of these so far this year, and we've even had one. We were digging on a hill, and the spring was down on the lower end, and then we cut into that because we had to get the house situated, and then it was almost as if the spring moved back here, so we just kind of kept digging. Now, if you do dig in these a whole lot, they will disappear for I don't know how long, maybe a year, maybe a week, depending on the particular one you got, but they can disappear. But you can also, if you want to get off grid, you can dam this up. You can find other YouTube videos on it, but you can dam these up, and then you can have kind of like a barrel worth of water in one area. Then you run your pump to it, and then you run it to your house and your filtration system. And anyway, you can use it for off-grid water. You're going to need a little bit more, and it'd be pretty expensive to make that one do it, and it'd be pretty slow as well. But sometime, maybe if you got 2 or 3 of these, you can do some off-grid stuff. And if you go down to Hot Springs, they got some really good springs down there, and you might even get just enough to even run a company off of. But that's springs, and seems like here in Arkansas we see about one every other house.